So you join me just after I put the gearbox. I decided to crack on and carry on doing the engine install. So a little update, the engine's gone perfectly forward. It's hitting the back of the firewall, which is not my issue. My issue is that it's catching just on the edge of the engine mount there on that cooler, and exactly on the front drive shaft on that engine mount. I did put the subframe back in thinking it would save me time, but I didn't bolt the subframe up all the way, as you can see. So I'm about to let down the subframe ever so slightly and hopefully clear the front drive shaft, and we are engine back in. Here's hoping. Well, I'll catch you in a minute. I still need to lift the engine up and position some bits and bobs. Still needs to go back a little bit more, but we are on the right track. Loads to do, but this is positive. I am just raising the subframe into place. I've managed to get the gearbox on the rear engine mounts, so that's one on that side, and that is it, two. So I've got the subframe in on that side bolted up, and this side I've just got it jacked up, so I just need to put the bolts in. I'm just lifting the subframe on the front so I can get that to all line up and get it secure. Basically I had to move the straps to the front of the engine so I could tilt it up so the gearbox could get through. That was the only thing, but yeah, she's sitting almost back in. So I'll keep you posted. So we had a massive issue getting the subframe lined up. Basically, I think the engine was not put in straight, and it was twisting the subframe out of place, but with a little bit of help from my friend who doesn't want to be on the camera, he's a bit shy, we managed to get every jack. So you've got the BMW jack, Danny's jack, and the lift, and we actually managed to get it all in. So actually now the car is somewhat secure. Still got to put the gearbox mount in, but we are slowly but surely putting an engine back in this car, whether I like it or not. So you join me a couple of hours later. Actually, it didn't take that long to get the engine in. I probably didn't film as much of it as I would have liked. I can give you a quick run through on what we did, but actually it went in really easy. As much as actually coming out is not that difficult, putting it back in is not overly difficult. Obviously there was two of us tonight, so obviously that did speed it up. Normally I took the engine out on my own, but actually because you can take the front end off, all you have to do is release the 3 bolts on one side, 3 bolts on the other, and the subframe will come down. You can slide the engine in, jack the subframe back in while you still got the engine on the hoist, and that's it, the engine is in. I will give you a quick walk around, obviously where these bolts are and everything, but if you have any questions, pop them in the comments and I'll definitely answer them. So as I say, getting the engine in was super easy. 4 litre twin turbo. The turbos do sit close to the side, but actually they go in no hassle at all. It is a bit of a snug fit. Obviously we've got no downpipes on, so that's quite easy. So bolt wise, spin the camera. You've got one big one that goes just down here, so that goes through the anti-roll bar front subframe into this main subframe, and then into the front beam, and then you've got 2 more bolts come out. They go here and here just from underneath, so you've got that on both sides. That is the front, so it's not a lot. And in the back, I can see it, I can zoom in. The gearbox goes on the subframe there, and you've got that bolt and washer, that on the other side. Obviously these are like hooks, so when you lift the engine in, you lower the, oh, camera's gone, lower the engine down over there, and then lift up the front and bolt that in. And then underneath, which is a bit of a bugger to get to, you've got, where is it? Just here, so you've got 1 bolt there coming off the suspension, and then the 2 that I haven't got in yet, 1 and 2 into that little housing. Zoom back out. So there we have it. The engine is in. Next, to get all of the coolant hoses back on, all of the, so I've got to put the starter on, all the intakes on the one side, the downpipes, the intercoolers, ton of stuff to get done. In the next video I will be doing that. The wiring harness is just in the shed, so that's going to be a bit of a faff to get everything wired in. I'm dreading trying to start the car, to be honest, but yeah, there it is. Catch me for episode 6, final fitting, and then hopefully episode 7 is going to be starting the car and seeing what faults we get, everything. Cool. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Peace.